Welcome back to the garage. This is the next project. It is a LTZ400 Suzuki, and this is actually a customer's bike. This is not mine. I do not own this. I am going to fix it for a customer, and it's in pretty nice shape overall. I mean, it does need a lot of love, and we'll go over it together right now. Customer wants me to do a full assessment on this, look it all over. He wants it 100%, and that's what we're going to do for him. So let's start by just taking a quick observation. Obviously the tires are a little low. We'll put some air in those to move it around. I'm noticing over here we are missing the rear brake pedal. I don't know, I obviously don't have it. The spring is here for the tail light, for the brake light. I don't know if that works. We'll have to find out. The master cylinder looks like it busted off. He did pick up another one, which I'll show you guys. So let's just look this over real quick. He said it runs good, and the engine's solid. It shifts through all the gears and everything goes good. But the problem that we're having with this, and the reason why, the main reason what I'm going to be fixing on it is, if you look down in here, well, you really can't see. Let me grab a light. If you look down in there, you can see that this thing threw a chain and it broke the case. I don't know if you can really see it down inside there, but anyway, it broke the case around the shifter, and it's leaking oil and everything, and that's no bueno. It also broke the case right there, and there's some JB weld on it. So I need to replace the cases on this, and whatever else it needs, or we find that it needs in the process of working on this. We should make sure the gas is off. Oop, I guess that's not off. That's off. And there's still gas in it because it's leaking everywhere now. Beautiful. All right. Let's continue our assessment. Let's look down inside the airbox here. See what we got going on down in here. Oh boy. This bike has had a tough life. Boy, that filter doesn't look like it's ever been changed, ever been cleaned. The airbox is full of dirt. I don't give the top end on this bike much hope. Wow. Come on, guys, man. Clean your air filters. This is disgusting. Anyway, from what that looks like a K&N, and the tag here says there's a K&N in there, so we can wash that out and reuse it. But man, that's how you smoke your top end, guys. Let's see, what else we got going on here. Besides that, I think that's about it. I don't really see anything else that's really standing out to me. One thing he did tell me was the rear, he said this rear sprocket's loose, which it is, and that nut's not supposed to spin freely like that. So I'm thinking there's something wrong with the carrier. Let me jack it up, take a look. All right, we got it up in the air. Sorry about the dim lighting today, guys, but it's only like 50 degrees out and it's super windy, so I got the doors shut today. But let's give this a spin. Seems to be moving okay, but then you look at this, and it looks to me like that rear carrier is completely shot. And in my expert opinion here, that is why we threw the chain and ruined the cases. And this is kind of an odd looking chain too. Huh. Let's take a look at this chain. It's sort of like a double chain. Oh, weird. I don't think I've seen one of these before. It's like a chain. It's like a chain. There's links inside the links. I guess it make it super strong. That's for sure. Huh. Kind of cool. All right, let's get this thing on the lift and start working on it. Before we put it on the lift, let's check out the parts that he brought over with it. So I talked to him on the phone and I told him roughly what he needed to order, and before he brought it over, and he got a set of engine cases, and these are in really good shape. There's nothing wrong with these at all. This never had a thrown chain or anything, so these are in good shape, and we'll be able to put those to good use. And the rest of the stuff he got over here, these are some, I guess, some screws that came with the cases. He got a Pro X piston and standard size bore. As you guys know, Pro X is my piston of choice. Never had an issue. Outside of OEM, you can't beat these. He got a new air filter. I don't know if this air filter is going to be, we're going to be able to use it, because I'm pretty sure you're going to need the net that goes inside of it. And I don't think the net is here, so we may just wash that K&N and throw that back in there. He bought ATV oil for it, and a new plug, and a filter. So that's good. A complete engine gasket set from Tusk. And I love the Tusk. Tusk and Vertex are the two best. He got a brand new clutch for it. He wants to put a new clutch in it. We got that. He bought a new master cylinder. Which we could put on there, but we're missing the foot pedal, so I'm not going to be able to use that anyway. And then in here, he brought, what does he got in here? It's got a new chain. And it looks like sprockets. Let's take a look. And that is the rear sprocket. Let's see what else has he got in here. Oh. Won't roll away on me. And this is the front sprocket. It looks brand new, but it's a little rusty. Not a big deal. And in here, I don't know what this screw is, what this nut's for. Huh. Don't know what that's for. And these here. These look like brake. These are the parts for the master cylinder. Dust boots. Anything else in there? Nope, that's it. So those are the parts that he brought. I'm already seeing he's going to need a few more things for this, but we'll address that when the time comes. All right, now we're going to put it on the lift. I got the front plastics off, and I just want to go over a few things. We have some half-assery right here. Zip tied the shit out of this thing. It looks like somebody broke the screw off, and so they got this thing zip tied on. Gas tank doesn't have any screws in it. Not surprised. That's the common thing I see on all these. People just get lazy, or they lose them when they take it apart. Who knows? So yeah, there's no, I mean, it's missing hardware everywhere. Yeah, it's just the nature of the beast. All right, let me pull the tank, and we'll take a look at the motor. Yeah, let's take a peek here what we got. One thing is pretty amazing here. I don't know, this carburetor is not a Mikuni or a Keenan. It actually says, I don't know if you guys can see that, it says Edelbrock on top of it. You look down here, I mean, that's the factory choke cable, and it's pretty rusty. So this carburetor's been on here for a long time, and it says made in the USA, Edelbrock, and there's an American flag on it. I don't think I've ever seen a carb like this before. Hopefully I don't have to jet it, because I don't think I have jets for it. But I guess we'll see once we get it back together. This motor's pretty dirty, but we're tearing it all down, so it's not really gonna matter. All right, I guess right now what we need to do is remove the exhaust. I think I'm gonna take this Nerf bar off as well to give me a little bit more room to get the motor out. I'm gonna pull the motor out of this side. This thing here is really loose, the shifter. And guess what? That shift shaft is bent. He's gonna need to get a new shift shaft, so I'm gonna have to let him know about that. And I think that's it for now. Let's move on and continue dismantling. Well guys, this is a first for me. I've never seen anyone use an eye bolt to hold an exhaust on. Well, I guess that's what you call make it do with what you got. Well guys, this usually gives me concern. This upper motor mount is missing both bolts. I mean, somebody's been in this engine before. And this head looks like it's different color than the cylinder and the top. So I'm wondering if somebody put a new head on this. Suzuki, great idea. Their engineers really didn't think things through. You literally can't get the pipe out of here unless you take the thermostat, well, the elbow off the coolant. Unbelievable. Whatever. I'm gonna leave it. Take it off after. But yeah, when I see motor mount bolts missing, makes me kind of nervous. Alright, I got the exhaust out. I ended up taking the elbow off here. Figured I'd inspect the thermostat while we're at it. The thermostat looks okay. As you can see, I got all that off. I think next up, I'm gonna take out this top motor mount, and then I want to try to get some of this dirt off of here before I start opening up the motor. I don't want any debris to fall down inside if possible. It's pretty dirty, but I think that's our next course of action, and that's what we're gonna do. So let me show you what I'm doing here. So I'm gonna remove, let's get you in here, these two bolts right here, take the clutch cable off, and then I'm going to remove the positive wire on the starter. All right, let's pull the valve cover. Let's see what we're looking at here. God, this thing is filthy. All right, first glance, it don't look too bad. I think what I want to do first is I think I want to check the valve lash. It looks like we're okay. We're not on the motion of the cam. I just want to check the valve lash to make sure it's all right. All right, intake should be 4th thou to 8th thou. Let's check those real quick. Fourth thou doesn't go in. 4th thou doesn't go in. So, let me just turn this back just a smidge to make sure that we got this right at top dead center. Just to be sure. Uh-oh. Just don't want to move. That's usually not a good sign. Let me try whacking it a few times. Wow, this isn't good. You put a pipe on it, see what happens. Yeah, this is gonna strip right out. I don't like it at all, but what am I gonna do? Yep, she stripped right out. Alright, so that ain't gonna work. Gonna have to get a new cover. That's gotta come off. I'm gonna have to hammer and chisel it, see if I can get it to break. Well, I'll have to use some heat. Aluminum heats up pretty quick. Let's see if that did anything. Yeah, I don't think this is going to come off. There it goes, it's moving now. Ooh. Gonna have to need a new plug. Wow, that did not want to come off. We got it off, but we're gonna need a new one. Alright, let me, that looks like a 17. Let's just crank it a little bit to make sure that I am not on the cam motion. And I can't find my feeler gauges. Man, I just can't seem to do anything today. There you are. We'll see if the 4000s goes in now. Yeah, 4000s goes in. 4000s goes in. Let's check the 8. $8,000 does not go in. So those shims are good on the intake side. And then 8,000s to 12,000. So let's check the 8,000s on the exhaust. 8 goes in, 8 goes in. Let's grab a 12, and that's the 12. 12 doesn't go in. So the shim, the valve lash is perfect on this, which is good to know. All right, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to remove the chain tensioner, and I'm going to pull the cam caps off, and then I'm going to pull out the cams. I like to give props where props is due. And you guys can see that right there. Suzuki has a stud that comes in, and it keeps the timing chain from falling down into the crankcase when you're doing your valve shims. That is amazing. And thumbs up to Suzuki, because so far they're the only ones I've seen do it. We got the top end off. So the only thing we got to do now is we need to, strip a few more things off. I'm hoping that this swing-on bolt behaves and comes out easy. We'll see. First inspection of this crank, I mean, there's very little side by side and obviously nothing up and down. It feels pretty smooth. Customer ordered a new crank anyways because we're splitting the cases. It's probably a good idea. He could sell this crank, still usable, to someone who doesn't want to spend $500 on a crank. They could, buy this for a couple $100 and pop it in and they're good to go. All right, let's go over to the bench and inspect the top end. All right, guys, let's go over everything here. We'll do some bench top inspection of what top end looks like. The chain guide is in perfect condition. I don't see anything wrong with this. That's a perfectly good part. We'll use it. The cams look outstanding. I don't see any wear on these at all. It's got auto decompression. And yeah, these look great. Yeah, no issue at all with these. Move the engine bolts over. The caps, I don't see any excessive wear in here. Top end was being pretty well lubed, and all this stuff looks good. So that's good news. Good news. The cams, cam tensioner, or cam guide, all in good shape. Now, let's pull the head over. And I don't know why this thing's up in the air. It's a little odd. Oh. That would be the reason. The shim came out. There we go. All right, let's look at this head. On first inspection, you always want to check your journals. Make sure they're not worn out. And these journals are in excellent condition. I didn't pull the cups yet, but the cups don't look like they're worn out. I don't feel anything on them. Those are good to go. Let's flip it over. I don't want the cups to fall out. As you remember, the motor's already shimmed properly, so I don't want these to fall out and then forget where they went. The bottom of the head looks good. Doesn't look like this thing ever detonated. Everything looks good. The valves don't look burnt. They look like they're seating properly. We're going to clean all these up. The customer wants new valve seals and the valves lapped in, which we will do. The head gasket is still on here, but we'll take that off. I'll take that off when we're ready to start working the head. I don't see any blow-by on the head gasket, so we're in good shape there too. This is a nice head, and we'll get it running tip-top. I'll set that aside. Now, for the cylinder. The cylinder looks really good. I don't see any scores in there at all. Now, this is an electro, I think, what is it, Nikasil plated? I think it's Nikasil. Nikasil plated cylinder. I'm going to run a very, very light hone in this. And the only reason why I'm going to hone it, some people will scratch it with a Scotch-Brite pad. I am not going to take material off. I am just going to cross hatch this. And I'm going to do it very quickly. And just, you can see right here, there's cross hatching. Basically, it allows the rings to seat. So I'm going to do that. And we're going to definitely reuse this because there is nothing wrong with it. And I don't see anything on here that would lead me to believe this is an aftermarket cylinder. But I don't know if Suzuki puts the CC on the cylinder, because this doesn't have it. Anyway, good usable part. And the piston. The piston looks fantastic. There's very little wear. There was no blow-by. This piston's usable. Maybe the customer will sell this as well. The wrist pin slides in here really nice. I mean, real nice. There is no wear on this at all. This is a really, really good piston. And customer could probably sell that too. All right, well, that's where we're at. And the top end is torn down. So I'm gonna end the video here. And this is video 1 on the LTZ rebuild. We got a lot more to go. There's a lot more videoing to do. A lot more content coming. So if you guys like this, smash the subscribe button, hit the like button, share, tell your friends, do all that stuff so I can keep making these videos for you guys. This is going to be a pretty cool build. I'm looking forward to it. I haven't done one yet. I haven't done one. I've ridden these before, but I've never rebuilt one. And I remember somebody in the comment section did ask me at one point to do an LTZ, and here it is. Hopefully that person will appreciate this build. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in part 2.